What's happening, peoples? What's happening? Today's topic. We're going to talk about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Today I'm doing it's kinda male. I was actually referred this from a young lady who she loves him, and she referred me to him, and so I'm trying it. So shout out to you. There's a lot of things that are going on right now when it comes down to relationships. There's not enough time in the day to try to get people to understand relationships and thought patterns and processes and things of that nature. One thing I will say, and that is that sometimes if you mention something to someone, and they have their own idea or formula of how things should be, what you have to do is you have to evaluate where that person is coming from. Now, if that person is coming or they're saying something out of pain, if they're saying something out of pain, something that they had in their childhood, you have to recognize it. And if you're truly going to be there for a person, then you have to understand that, hey, I'm going to try to be there to support them and help them go through this development. The sooner you admit that you have concerns or issues, the better off it will be for you long term, because that way you can go about seeking the help, seeking the healing, and moving forward. If you do not know or identify that you have some issues, then you're going to always have problems. Now, there's this big thing going on about bosses and who's a boss and me being a boss and alpha males and beta males and all of this different type of stuff. I'm going to say this. What I've always known is an alpha, let's start with the males. An alpha never has to come in and pump his chest and say, I'm alpha. He doesn't have to do that. An alpha is known because of who he is. You know, when an alpha raises up, it's gonna be trouble. And the alpha will clear the room. And you don't have to necessarily, walk in, hey man, no, because alphas, they got that swag about them, and guys who are not alphas know he's that guy. Or they try to compare themselves to it. An alpha doesn't have to deal with a lot of stuff. An alpha doesn't have to deal with low-hanging fruit. They're going to be the first to eat, and they're going to make the decision, and they are going to be responsible for the pack. They're going to be responsible for their whole family. So, can you have a dominant female yes, you can have a dominant female, but she will only respect the alpha. She's not going to respect the delta. She's not going to respect the Charlie. She's not going to respect any of the other low-hanging fruit, because she's the queen of the pack. And she's acting like she's royalty. And the only one that she is going to be submissive to is the king, the alpha. Now, what happens is that you have different hierarchies. So the king has his queen, and they sit atop. But then you have different layers of different people. So I might not be an alpha in this group, but I'm an alpha in my home. And in my home, my queen is submissive to me. Now, let's understand the word submissive. Submissive doesn't mean that I just sit here and dictate to you and tell you what to do. No, that's not submission. Submission is being able to understand the authorship of what I have and what things I have to go through on a day-to-day basis, and you try to attempt to make that day as light as possible, because you understand the issues that I have out here in this world. All men are not alpha. All men are not alpha in their home. And that's a sad situation. Sometimes you go through a learning process and you identify, hold up. This is not how it's supposed to be. It's not how it's supposed to be. So, identify early. Identify early what you are. If you need healing, you need understanding, identify what it is that you need before you go ask the female to come in and be a part, because you have to be able to identify what she can actually assist you on. And because she might not have the capacity to assist you in every aspect. She could be going through some issues that she's looking at you to give her support on. So where you might need the same thing that she's going through, that might not be an equal situation, because you both are needing the same thing. And identifying what it is where your weaknesses are as a man is what you're supposed to do. Identify, hey, I'm good at this, and this. I'm going to protect this. I'm going to protect the home. I need help and support in this. I need help and support in this. And that is going to create the unit, the completion, the yin to my yang, Let's be understood. A man doesn't come from a woman's rib. The woman comes from a man's rib. So how are you going to have authorship over something that you come from? This is not a situation of this and who's this and who's that. This is just what has been spoken. And if you say you want a God-fearing man, then that means that you have to be a God-fearing woman. If you want a God-fearing woman, you have to be a God-fearing man. And you have to have an understanding. See, life is hard. And it's harder on some people more than others. Whether it's through education, opportunity, advancement, not being a part of the right situation, funding, business, just a lot of different things. And, if you're not able to understand what it is that you need to do and how you need to go about doing it, and if you can't come up with a plan, you're going to have a problem. You have to plan how you look at life, how you see life. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about understanding your value. You never have to lower your standard if you understand what standard you bring to the table. As a man, everything is not for me. I can see something, but that don't mean that it's for me. It could be for someone else, but it's not for me. And we have to identify that. We have to identify it. Seek, and if you can't find the help, go get professional help. Go get professional help. If you cannot find, whatever your source is, if you can't find who you need to tap into to get mentorship or whatever the situation may be, but seek help. And to the second part. Most people, especially females, they look at and they glamorize the power. And they want the power that they think men have. And with power comes great responsibility. With power, you have to make decisions that are not about you. With power, you have to make the decisions that you might get the short end of the stick, but you have to make that decision because it's what's best for the family, because you have no one else to turn to. If you make a bad decision, it's over. You're going to be in a valley, and you're not going to have no opportunity to try to get out. And based on how you treat people while you're in your position of power is going to determine whether or not you're going to get assistance to get you out of your valley. Let me repeat that. Based on how you treat people when you riding around and you on your way, it's going to determine how people extend themselves to you when you get to your valley. Think about it. So, be wise about how you treat people. What you say to people. That old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. Because it tells you that your tongue is like a double-edged sword. You can bring life and death with your tongue. So please be aware that the words that you say are action words, and they got spirit to them. They got a body to it. There are certain things that you can say that you might forgive, but you might not forget because the cut was so deep. We have to understand the word tact. And I'm not always the most tactful person, I'll admit, but I try to be. I try to be very tactful in the things that I say to people. I do. I try to be very tactful when I say things to people. Because everybody might not take it the same way. They might not. they might not take it the same way. They might not. So please identify the first and foremost how you talk to people. Respect people. Even if a person is trying to come off, listen to what it is that they're saying before you jump to the conclusion of trying to answer a question that you're not even getting the question. You're trying to respond before you even hear what somebody has said to you. And maybe if you listen, you will give a different response, or you will react a different way. Life is short. Life is short. And the years, they fly by. Imagine it is now September. We got October, November, and December before we are now in officially 2024. And we were just celebrating New Year's of 2023. Life goes on. It goes on. If you get sick, time is still going on. Time is still moving. If you're ever in a position where you have to go and visit, any county situation, state situation, federal situation, as you're sitting there looking out those windows and you see cars moving, people talking, people are going. Time waits for no one. It doesn't. And whatever you decide in your life, if you decide that, hey, I want to be a dog, a person, or a cat person, or I don't want to deal with this because I think that I'm this and I think that I'm that, okay. Same thing with a guy. Oh, I'm going to play the field. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to settle down. Okay. But I tell people all the time, one of the most sad commercials that I've ever seen, and I can only speak for myself, one of the most saddest commercials I've ever seen is the Life Alert commercial. Because basically what you're saying is that you are relying on a piece of equipment that if you got sick, that you're going to have to rely on that instead of having someone there that can help you if you pass out, if anything goes on, because time is of the virtue. That's the worst thing to do. I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, but then you got to sit here and ask all the questions. And what if you can't talk? Then they got to still wait a little bit of time before they actually send a dispatcher out to you, or an ambulance to you. And then they got to try to get into your house. Those seconds mean a lot. It's life or death. So understand that concept. Now I know some of y'all say, hey, well, I can train my dog to open the door, and okay, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Smoke well, my friends. I'm glad to have this conversation with you guys, and hope, like it, share it, comment, please comment. Because I want to engage in how you think and how you view and how you see things that I'm talking about. Don't forget, we got the outdoor range event on October 21st. It's a total of $75 that pays for the facility and it pays for the barbecue. That's where the money goes. Once again, don't forget, reach out to me if you are interested in going to Dominican Republic to see and experience the cigar extravaganza that we're going to have. And we got 2 properties, so we got 2 properties. One is a standard package. It includes airfare. One is a premium package, and we have access to the entire villa. It'll only be the 20 people that, for the premium package, that will be on that villa. Now, what we're going to do is all of the people that are standard, they're going to be able to come over and enjoy and hang out with everybody as long as we need. All the events are going to be done on the villa. It's beachfront property. We're going to go fishing. We're going to do some zip lining if that's what they want to do, nature trail walks, barbecue, everything that is you want to be able to sit back and enjoy. You'll be able to enjoy it there. Reach out to me. That again is February 29th, 2024 through March 7th, 2024. 7 days. We're going to have the entire villa for 7 days. And that also includes airfare. That is also 24-hour concierge. And if you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you want a hamburger or a steak, there is a cook there that will prepare that meal for you 24/7. Maid service, cleaning service, everything. So, holla at your boy. Oh, for you guys that like to drink, hey, we're gonna stock it up. Everything's gonna be, if you want bourbons, whiskey, scotch, rum, tequila, mixed drinks, whatever it is that you drink, we're gonna have it for you. So reach out to me, and please take the words that I say to you. I say it from my heart because I mean it, and I want everybody to be understanding. I want everybody to heal. I want everyone to heal. Mentally, I want you to heal. Enjoy your smoke. Understand what it is that you're smoking. And smoke well, my friends. Enjoy.